Hello, everyone, and welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 379 for November 6th, 2020. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another one of your hosts who hasn't turned down her volume on her phone. Kelly, hi. I just clicked on it, and it was still up. Anyways.
You were the person where they were like having a radio contest, and you like dialed in, and they're like, yes. Can you turn your radio down? I'm hearing this bad echo. And you just like, what? What? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, the
interference
feedback.
Going there. Yeah.
No, I just clicked on it because I just saw it went live. So, hi.
Gotta click on it. Get the notification on the phone. You gotta be like, get after it.
Yeah. There you go. Hi, Richard. Hi, Brian. Hi, Chris. Hi,
Steven. The
Steven.
team has collected.
Is it Stefan or Steven? Stefan because it's Arsenal, or is it
Stefan?
Hey, Richard. Thank you. And also Phil. Hey, Phil, you're back. It's nice to see you. Anyways, let's go through. Oh, you got a cat. By the way, your cat's ass is on your pizza. Just saying. There's a picture. So for those of you who are listening on the podcast, there's a picture of. Well, there's Adriel. He's been putting up some of these really cool backgrounds, or basically pictures. So he has a picture of himself gorging himself on pizza. He's a cannibal because he's dressed as a slice of pizza. So, and now his cat's up there, and looked like the cat was sitting on the pizza.
Yeah.
That's a really long story, but it was funny.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Phil's asking, will a WS-MCR upper fit on a WK-180C lower? I don't know. I could try. Once Kelly gets into what she did in guns this week, I will try to make an unholy combination of the two.
Well, you should be doing it really, really quickly because I did nothing in guns this week.
Well, why don't we get right into that then? What we did in guns this week is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Center, Canada's premier firearms retailer. And selfishly, I'm going to pull up one thing that I think if you're into three gunning or you're thinking you can get into three gunning, you got to get on this because this is a really good deal. They got the Stoeger M3K. It's a really good three-gun starter shotgun. Like, honestly, hand over heart, M3K is the best semi-starter shotgun for three-gun. They got them for $760, which is a fantastic price. And I got two left.
I was going to say they only have two left. So
I already texted some guy on Distro. I'm like, yo, you've been looking for one of these? You got it. Like, that's a good price.
Good price.
Anyways, those two will be gone by the end of this show.
So get on it. Anybody that's listening or anybody that's watching live, well, they're not really listening because we don't.
They could be listening. Maybe they just have the phone sitting there. Maybe they're driving and the video's playing. And
that's
they're just
true. Don't drive and watch the video. I've been in a car with somebody who does that.
It has to happen, right? You get that unlimited data. You got to catch up on reruns of Friends, and while you're driving, it's boring.
Reruns of Friends? No,
I don't know. I tried to figure out what's the most pedantic BS thing you could be watching.
No,
what's a bad reason to die in traffic? Watching Friends.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Fast and Furious would be awesome to watch. As you're driving,
that would be ironic.
Tokyo Drift. Yeah, no, don't do that. But yeah, don't drive and watch video. But if you're listening, we're probably listening to this tomorrow because we're going to upload tonight. And therefore, hey, it might be gone. Might not be.
Yeah, if you're on the auto thing, it's probably gone.
Yeah, I was actually on the Calgary Shooting Center's website today. I was looking. So I'm still looking for 1022 extended rails. DeLast doesn't have them still. Anyways.
So who has them? Because I just saw.
I know.
I've been compiling this 1020T. Brownells has Delask rails.
Yeah, and I don't want to pay the shipping to get it from Brownells and the exchange rate and everything else. So I actually went on the Calgary Shooting Center. They had a Picatinny rail that was an extended rail because some people actually have some in stock, but they're not extended. And most of them that actually list them on their websites don't have them in stock. So but Calgary has one, but it's also $80. And I'm going.
One thing I've thought about, what if you just put two rings at the back of the scope? You're like, that front? Don't worry about that. We'll double or triple up the rings at the back. Just call it a day. Does that work?
No, it doesn't work.
Why not? Why doesn't that work?
Because it's not. No, it doesn't work. Don't do that. It doesn't work.
What if I got like
My head hurts now.
a couple real big rings, big thick guys, and put them on the back? Nothing on the front still, but a couple thick boys.
Adriel, stop teaching people bad habits. That's a no.
What if it's only hanging on to like half of a chunk of Picatinny on the front?
Yeah, you can totally do that. No, don't
what if
do
you
that.
JB weld a little section of Magpul rail on
That's
there?
a good idea. You don't just.
What if you drilled it? Okay, you JB weld it first. You drill a hole and you tap it in there. It's not very strong yet, but
no,
Adriel, it won't fall off.
You're giving bad advice.
This is something I do. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Mm-hmm. It is some really bad advice, though. Anyways, it'd be fine if you don't really care about a scope. And
you're just crushing my dreams.
And that's the other thing too. Just ratchet it down, and it won't go anywhere, right?
Twist the bit until it starts. When you see the bit starting to twist,
that's good.
Yeah, we'll stop. You feel the head starting to twist off. That's good enough. That's max torque. Yeah.
By the way, Filthy says that you have an awesome Boogaloo shirt on. I should wear mine next week.
This is just like a regular office shirt. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You wore it last week too.
Did I?
I did shave, Filthy. Thank you. You noticed. It's nice and smooth this week. Anybody see last week's show where I had? By the way, that came off like that. It didn't stay on. And no, it wasn't a Sharpie. Look at it. Anyways.
That 5 o'clock shot. Yeah. So nothing in guns? Did you do something in guns?
I did very little in guns. I didn't go to the range, so no. Even on Wednesday, I was supposed to actually remember last week when I said that skeet shooting and station 2 in the high house, I was going to actually go and just nail it.
Just bring like a big box of shells, all the clays, and just
right. Yes. So I want you to go back to what you just said. Bring a big box of shells.
Oh, no.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I've bought a case, or Kelly and I have split a case, but Kelly she basically has custody of the half a case of shells. So I have none now. So I'm waiting for a delivery. So I can't go to the range and shoot my 28 gauge if I have no 28 gauge. So we do have some, and then another 2 cases on order too. So because of the fact that it is very hard to find 28 gauge right now, we're kind of actually sharing. What else is happening? Been doing a lot of stuff with Maple Seed. We're wrapping up the season. Our last Maple Seed is this weekend. And by the way, guess what it's going to be on Sunday? It's on Sunday. It's in Ottawa. So guess what it's going to be? It's supposed to be
raining.
It's supposed to be sunny and 20 degrees.
No, it's going to rain. Thunderstorm, maybe.
It's supposed to be 20 degrees and sunny. So I'm super excited. It's November because every November we have. So the first week in November, usually the first Sunday of November, is typically our last shoot for Ontario. That's what we've always scheduled. And it's always been sleet, snow, 30, 40 kilometer an hour winds, and we get there and we're going, this sucks. But this weekend it's supposed to be 20 degrees and sunny, and it's our last shoot for Ontario. So yay. What else have I been doing in guns? Big, huge announcement. The Ccfr Gunny Girl calendar is officially out. We've been posting that, and I'm super excited about that. You can actually go, hey, Adriel, do you want to put that in the show notes and everything? I'm going to share it on our social media as well.
It's just like this. There it is. You can add a cart. There's like girls and stuff on this calendar.
There is girls on the calendar. It is probably the best calendar we have ever produced. And we went over it with a fine-tooth comb. If anybody finds anything wrong with it, I don't know how we missed it. Anyways, but it was a really, really, really fun project. And some incredible people actually helped out on it. It's available and it's here before Christmas. Like you have so much time to get it before Christmas, and my co-hosts are going to get one for Christmas because I'm that kind of person.
Yay.
I'm nice. Make sure you register it. That being said, I know Adriel will because he's all about the free stuff, and Trevor will not because he is.
I'll register his.
not a February.
Don't even worry about it. I got it handled.
So Dave's going to get one this year too. I'll send one out to Matt. And yeah, so I'm super excited. The other thing that's happening is, so the ladies that helped organize all of this, it's a lot of work. Like, it takes a year for us to do this, and it's seriously, it takes a year. So it's an incredible amount of work. So what I did was I entered into a contest, and it was a weekend away at a cottage on off season. Anyways, I won it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take the girls that planned all of this, and I'm going to take them out for a weekend. So next weekend, not this one because I'm in Ottawa, next weekend we're going to have a Ccfr Gunny Girls admin team get together. And you know what that means?
Booze and debauchery. And
that's exactly it. We're going to get basically shit-faced. So
I look forward to the late night, real weird texts.
Instagram. There you go. But yeah.
You know what, Adriel? I love you. You're such a great guy.
That's what you'll get.
Yeah.
No. So that's what's going to happen. So I didn't do really anything in guns this week. I got something else planned for tomorrow. Adriel, stay tuned because you will get a text about it. It's something special, super secret. I might even post it on our social media as well, but it's happening tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you like a kind of a hint. I'm going to SFRC. I haven't been there in probably a month. So they've
got a discount right now.
They do. It's 16,
some sort of discount.
It's 16% off.
Yeah.
Right now. So, and it's basically on everything. But I'm going to go to SFRC because I'm going through withdrawal. I haven't seen Marcy in so long. And what else? I might be meeting somebody there. So watch for my pictures and texts. Just letting you know.
It's going to be The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, Dwayne.
That's what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah.
So that's it. What did you do?
Let's see. All the meetings this week has just been like meeting. Okay, Maple Seed meeting. You were on that, right? That was this week. Yep. Okay. 3-gun meeting, AGM. And I taught a class at a college. So like all my days, everything after work, all the meetings.
All the meetings.
Why
do you sound like me?
Because I got too much going on, like you. I need to tone it down like 30%.
So what's the 30% you're going to lose?
No, nothing. Right now, nothing. I'm doing it all. Next year. Tomorrow I've got a 3-gun match. It's going to be fun. I think I'm going to run my WSMCR and my Shadow 2 and my Browning A5.
Okay.
For that. I was thinking about maybe an SKS, maybe an M1. I don't really know.
Why? Why didn't you why aren't you going with us?
I don't know. I haven't really run that many matches this year. I kind of just want to run my purpose-made gear for it. I kind of want to get some more rounds into that MCR, make sure that I'm like fully confident in it. Yeah. So I kind of want to just run with the stuff I got. That's one other thing I did a video on. That I haven't released yet was I put a single stage trigger into my Shadow 2, and it was pretty dope. Like the single action, double action trigger is good, very good. Mm-hmm. But how about what if there was no take up? What if there was no take up at all? It wasn't like a 2-stage, like you take out up a little bit and then it breaks. It was just like that's it. Nope, that's it. Tick. Yep, it's possible. You can put in an aluminum single stage trigger. Keep in mind that makes it not legal for IPSC or anything like that. I was kind of waffling on whether to get one or not, but the thing was like $50. So I thought, I'll try it out. Put it in, liked it. Adjusted that. Like there's 2 set screws. There's a set screw for pre-travel and after travel, post-travel.
Yes.
Whatever. Over travel. That's what it is. Yeah. But you need to Loctite those, right? You need to set them. Test the gun, crack the stupid thing back open again, which is not a small job, and then Loctite it. So adjust it. Oh, it's there. Bring it out. Loctite it. Put it back in. one of
A
those
lot of work.
steps, I was putting it back together, and I kind of boogered up the.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I boogered it up pretty good. I thought that the pin was in the hole, and instead it was a little bit off the side. And I just, because it's aluminum, I just pop, pop, pop. Oh, and it's like it's fully mangled. It's got a pivot on that point. So, whatever. I guess I don't use a single stage trigger.
No.
It was $50. I don't really worry too much. In that same order, that was from Tenda's. I got some Hertenberger 308 ammo. It's got a picture on the side. Look, the bullets go that away. Interesting, right? And that's for M1 Garand food. So I can just pop those guys in some end block clips.
Did you get your clips out?
No, today. So my Brownells order just, man, the customs held that thing for like 10 days. Just to be like, yep, send her on through.
Just to be like,
I got to go pick that up. The mail guy didn't even bother dropping it off. He just left you could pick this up tomorrow if you feel like it. And really what that means is I can go there tonight and they'll have it. So
yeah, my mail's like that as well.
I'll pop by and grab it there. I was hoping to have it for the show, but no such luck. Because like there were a couple things in there, like some charging handles, like a whole bunch of 1022 stuff. Next show. And then I did a video review on the Caldwell 22 loader.
Yes. Yeah. And I spent time watching that and giving you feedback.
Giving me feedback. There's feedback in the video?
No, I gave you. No, I don't know if did I give it feedback on the actual video?
You sent me on Messenger.
I sent it on Messenger. Yeah, that's it. Because I was actually not as kind.
Yeah, you were like, you're ugly. Your videos are stupid. You're stupid for trying to make the videos.
No, you're not.
Very nice. Yeah.
My feedback was that, it should go in the G file and just do it by hand. That's
so I had some people who like own these things like talk to me out since then and try to tell me that it's okay and you just have to do it a certain way, and that's true. It is true. You can do it a certain way. The certain way is you might even make sure that thing's like blocking the round from doing anything. Then you put that guy in, and then you like wait. You shake it real carefully until it's just at the right spot, and then you start going. Yeah, those are feeding fine. Oh, now I need to get some more. And then you get, I dropped one out. Where the hell that come from? Okay. And then you get this one over here. No, I dropped another one. Wait.
You're you know what? You're not. You're not selling
misloading it. And it just has to be like, it has to be at the level. You have to level it and like just get the rounds over just so.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna actually. It's faster just for me to load it by hand. Seriously.
Yeah, it's still too touchy for me to recommend. Even so, I could get it to like load a full 10 if I like followed like a real strict regimen, or I could just feed them in by hand. Like my only idea with this thing was like, I don't know, it's cheap enough. Maybe if it gets cold, you could just run one of these things, just just crank them out, and you could load up a 10 rounder, and your cold fingers and loss of dexterity wouldn't matter. But you need your dexterity to make this thing work.
Dexterity to make it work. That's exactly it, right? Because it's so fiddly. But not only that, you got rounds that are jamming. I would actually probably after the first magazine, I would take it and I'd throw it as far as I could throw it.
I'm probably gonna try to do it in like a gun deal where it's like, okay, I'm gonna trade this and this, and I'll throw this in there. Load up your mags.
I got a deal for you.
I got a horse trade, so I got that's what I'm gonna have to do with that, I think.
So Kurt said that he apparently Kurt's watched it and he says the review is funny as hell. It is. I watched it and I laughed my ass off. I'm going.
Yeah, my kids are starting to influence my videos a little bit more. So they're like, okay, we got to do this and then we got to do that. It's like this has nothing to do with the guns, but we're gonna do this pizza stuff anyways.
Yeah, the funniest part was the beginning when they were kicking down the doors and
the FBI meme. Yeah. Well, and then like I was like shooting the video. I'm like, I'm doing something wrong, and I reshot it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, hey, maybe I'm gonna figure this out at some point, and I'll say, hey, it's kind of fiddly, but here's how you do it, and just do it this way and it'll work every time. And I could never get there. And again, that might be because I'm dumb, because I'm not that smart. But
no, you're not dumb. I think you're pretty.
I had a couple of people say like it does work. You just need to follow some like strict guidelines around it, and maybe that's the case. But
all right. For those, how many people would buy it, and how? So if you need strict guidelines, protocols, whatever around it, how many people would buy it, and they would actually have the patience and the ability to research?
Someone out there had the patience and figured out how to make it work.
One person,
not me.
One person.
I also had a lot of people saying like, "Yeah, I bought one of those things. It was terrible." Yeah. Anyways,
it's true. It's 1022 megs. You want to, if you're going to go and plink, you want to be able to, load a bunch of them all at once and just go boom, 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 right? Pew, 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 right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no.
So many of the rounds in this thing are just like horribly dented.
I was going to say every time that you took something out, you're going, oh, this one's dented. This one's bent. You're wasting all that ammo, like 10 cents a round.
I'm gonna shoot all those rounds. I don't care if they're dented. Yeah. But it's like, oh, there's another one. Like just like the pressure to like make it load versus dent is like too close. It's like 20% difference there, and if you can't feel that 20%, you're denting cases. And again, could be because I'm stupid, because I shoot a lot.
You're not stupid.
A lot of lead that gets into my system that I'm not testing for.
Have you actually ever had that done?
No, not testing for lead.
No,
I would if I like. I don't know. Like, it could be like, is this just natural cognitive decline from like getting old, or is this the lead now? Got a guess as to like, what is the cost of this? Or is this like something else, being inside too much, the coronavirus? Is it like sad disorder from like not getting enough sun?
Checklist. Yeah.
It's one of those. Who cares? Yeah. So I'm going to do a 3-gun match tomorrow. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be nice and cold, and it's going to be like -8 with 20-kilometer-hour winds and 5 to 10 centimeters of snow at the same time. Beauty.
Oh, as I'm sitting in my 20-degree weather with the sun.
Yeah, you take a picture with your shorts on and your t-shirt, and that red like wearable sleeping bag.
Yeah,
that's what
you're gonna wear it.
Oh, I think so. Yeah,
I think you need.
That's the play. With that much wind, you wear the sleeping bag thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like new 3-gunners that are out at the sport, and it's important to show them how like serious we take it, and how we like dress for the gear, and we dress tactically, and all that kind of stuff.
So you're gonna wear a molly vest over top of it then?
No, I'm gonna wear this big bright like sleeping bag thing.
Like random molly vest over top.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah. And then I'm probably going to sight in a 9mm rifle for deer hunting as well. That's also going to happen tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Have you figured it out when you're gone?
No. But work's busy, and I'll have to figure out when I can just squeeze out. I'll just be like, peace. Going hunting.
Are you able to take a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I can take it.
All right.
See if I need it or not. I gotta get some intestine and like some like pig fat. Actually, my dad's gonna grab some pork fat. He's butchering up a sow, so I told him like all the trimmings, keep them.
I want them.
Well, because if you make deer sausage, like it's so dry, like you have to mix in some fat. So I'm gonna mix in like, I don't know, 30% pork fat, let's say, and get her a little bit greasier, because otherwise it's just dry, crumbly garbage if you make it with just pure deer. You need some fat in there, and just pure pork fat. So good.
So Brian wants to know what kind of 9mm bullets you're going to be using.
Well, it has to be a hollow point or a solid point. It can't be a FMJ. So hollow point. Yeah. Maybe like black talon or something like that. I don't know. I've got like a million different kinds of ammo I've got over there, and it's just to be clear, it's mostly to piss people off. I'll probably be using my 6.5 Creedmoor or my M1 Grandin 308, but I will have that one slung up so I can put it on the deer and post it on Instagram and make people mad. about using a 9mm on a deer. So it's mostly for the joke potential. You're in on the joke. Other people on Instagram are not.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Adriel and his sense of humor. That's why we love him.
I think that's it. Actually, yeah, my M1 Garand's like, I don't know. I was ringing steel like with the hunting ammo. So I was just running some ball 308 at 200 and 300 meters, and I was hitting the small plates, and I was like, I wonder if what my hunting ammo will do, and it was hitting too. So I'm probably just going to use that thing because it's ready to rock and roll. It looks cool.
That's
and
good to go.
Yeah, it's good to go.
Cool.
That is all I did in guns. Next week, I'll have shot a 3-gun match, and I will have put a bunch of stuff into my 1022s because I've got just a metric ton of junk coming from the States from Brownells.
Yeah. So I was actually looking around, as I said. So I went to a lot of places today looking for parts. There's not a lot of 1022 parts out there.
A lot of people are doing the same kind of thing. A lot of people are finishing 1022s right now, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
They're cool. It's like with Rick going across the country doing CRPSs and action rimfire and that kind of thing, and a lot of the clubs starting to do up ORPS.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of different people who are custom building 1022s and doing that, and that the market probably wasn't that big before. And now just like a little tick up, and all of a sudden it's like all the parts are gone.
Right. A little tick up with all the parts being gone, yes, for 1022 specifically. But what we're seeing is a lot of new 22s on the market. And it's really good because Canadian companies are getting into it too. And Grey Birch, have you seen what Grey Birch is doing?
Their stock? Yeah, I talked about that thing 2 weeks ago. I was like, because we noticed it. We found it on their site, and we're like, what's this?
Yeah, so we've been posting that everywhere too. It's like super exciting.
It's a decent price. It's a real decent price. That Picatinny rail back interface. The first time I saw one of those, I think it was on the one of the 180 pistols or something like that. And I was like, what is that? Like that doesn't seem right. That's like why Picatinny rail at the back? Are you going to put a red dot on the thing? But since then, I've noticed like all the US pistol style ARs use that interface to put their lightweight folding pistol braces and that kind of thing on, as well as their fixed stocks.
Right. But we're still...
It's a good choice. It's a really good choice if you want to run a lightweight stock at the back. And because like an AR buffer tube, it's like it's not the best interface for putting a stock on. The other reason why it's popular is because ARs are so popular.
Right.
And that's what you got.
Right. But again, we
don't have those in Canada.
We don't have those in Canada anymore. Although,
we still do.
We still do.
Mm-hmm. Luke's sending me pictures of deer.
Yeah. Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Luke. I will not shoot one that big. I will shoot a tiny one, and I'll post a picture of it like it's a big one. Anyways, I'll make sure to do it where I like put the gun in front and I take like 3 big steps back and like hide behind the deer and then take the picture. And it looks like monstrously large.
It's called force. Is it force perspective?
Yeah. I'm gonna make it look like a rhino sized. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'll reach way out. I'll be like holding the horns like this. Anyways, let's get on to upcoming events. Upcoming events is sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes, strategic planning, websites, e-commerce, and all that digital marketing stuff. So if you need digital marketing, head on over to telosalpha.com.
They're good people. There is one there, by the way. There's an event. I posted it.
There's an event.
Yeah.
It's a Lady Guns thing. There's a Lady Guns event November 20th at the Red Deer Shooting Center. $30. You don't need a pal. Show up, shoot some guns.
Just a small FYI. It's sold out.
Okay, well, don't show up because Kelly says don't even bother. Just don't waste your time.
No, what they need to, because of COVID, they've limited the amount of people, right? Because it's indoors. So
I mean, we've only got a couple cases in Alberta right now. It's not like we have like, I don't know, 600-700 a day every day in Alberta. That's not the case.
Yeah, we're over 1,000 every day now.
Yeah, but you have 5 times the population we do.
This is true.
3.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was looking at did you see, Trevor's not on, so let's talk about him. All right. So did you see that everybody's listening or watching from New Brunswick? I feel badly for you, especially from Zone 5. They're in zones. I feel like the Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games. So the Campbellton is now, they've reduced it apparently. They're gone back to yellowish, I think. But yeah, everybody else was good, but Trevor's zone, which is Campbellton, Zone 5, was up, I think, in the orange. No, I think they're going back down.
They got 4 cases per 100,000 people in the entire province.
I know. And that's what I was going to say. I said the whole entire, like, we had 1,000 cases yesterday. I'm not making fun of this, by the way, or it's horrible. But the fact is that New Brunswick has had, 250 cases the whole entire time since March?
I don't know.
And we get 1,000 a day.
Here's the thing you got to see right here.
We're at 80,000.
Active cases per 100,000 people. Manitoba's like getting worked over right now.
I know.
Alberta, not looking that good. Quebec, flat, but pretty bad. Ontario's going up. BC's going up. New Brunswick, like, it's just not the devastation that we see across the country here for the rest of us. Saskatchewan's not looking that good either. Manitoba's probably like the hot spot right now. That's looking pretty bad.
And I don't know why that is. What do you think that is? Do you think it's because all of us Ontarians want to go there and just spread the wealth?
Well, I'm not a medical expert, so I'd imagine it has something to do with the amount of pizza that they eat. That's probably giving them the coronavirus out there. That's as a non-medical expert, that's my guess. It's pizza.
Says the guy that has the picture of him eating pizza while wearing a piece of pizza.
Yeah. I just wanted to be clear that I'm not a medical expert, and that's why I'm recommending that you don't eat pizza in Manitoba.
Oh, but pizza's really good. Panagopolis is my favorite in Winnipeg, by the way, if you ever get the chance to eat it.
You're ruining my attempt at being completely oblivious and
I know, it's my job though, right?
Good job. Good job. All right.
We know our rules.
Yeah, tell us about the news. What's going on with donations right now?
Okay, so the Ccfr, their legal challenge fund, they got a ton of money recently. Did you see the video that Tracy put out about so she got a box in the mail and she's shaking it and it's she didn't know what the box was. When you can do that to a box, it's never a good idea. They put, especially if you're an advocacy group, I guess. Anyways,
could be like bees or
bees,
hornets,
body parts, anything. Yeah. So she opened it and it was a container full of money and full of money. It was awesome. So anyways, lots of people supporting the Ccfr challenge. She also listed a bunch recently on the website. Well, it was yesterday. So I have pulled them up and we want to give them credit. So the Southern Country Trappers Association in Alberta, they donated $2,000. The Alberta Arms and Cartridge Collectors Association, say that 10 times fast, $500. The I have no idea. The club.
NACUPS.
Rod and Gun Club, they donated $500. Weyburn Rifle and Pistol Club, $500. The Northumberland Pistol and Revolver Club in Cobourg, $1,000. And one of my old clubs, the Granville Fish and Game Club, was $1,000 as well. Fantastic.
Weyburn.
Weyburn.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been to Weyburn.
Gotta go to Weyburn.
Yeah, if you blink though, you do miss it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, so if you have donated to the Ccfr challenge, let us know that you've done it, and we'll actually give you a little bit of a shout out here because you guys are awesome.
Sweet.
Yep.
Do you want to take us into this next news item?
Sure, because I posted it. So it's a Facebook link. What it is basically the International Shooting Sports Federation, which they're the governing body that supports our Olympic shooters, right? They were on Facebook and they had a public group where people could chat, post things, and different things like that. So the Ccfr, sorry, why did I say Ccfr? I don't know. Yeah, I know. I was just talking about them. But Facebook has deleted their group. And so Facebook is systematically going through, and anything that's gun related, they're actually removing the groups. So I'm expecting some more gun groups like maybe, Ccfr, maybe us, maybe Project Maple Seed at some time to be removed. So I think that they're actually challenging it, but why would you actually remove the International Shooting Sports Federation?
You can try to challenge it. I've had a group removed. They don't give you any reason why it was removed. They're just like, well, delete whatever caused us to remove you, and maybe you're okay. And you're like, what caused you to remove me? And they're like, we don't say. So, good luck.
Good luck. Like, these are the people that support our Olympic shooters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Just saying.
Indeed, it is.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if anybody had heard that. Is there any more news that was new and approved?
The U.S. had an election. Maybe. I don't know.
We don't know where that's going.
They're still having an election right now. Their election has lasted more than 4 days. They should definitely consult a doctor. But no, nothing. Okay. Yeah, they did an election. So right now Biden's in the lead, and what that means for us in Canada is that if you need 9mm or 223,
we're screwed.
22, get it now, because we're not going to get any more. They're going to start panic buying even more, and
quite honestly, they were panic buying previously. 2 reasons. 1, the election. The reason is COVID, because they weren't producing it. So
have the election, protests, this was.
So there is an email that we received from one of our listeners down in the US, and we'll get to it, but he also enclosed some pictures just to let you know. And I also, one of the things that I did recently was I sent the guys that we have a chat group for Slamfire, and I sent everybody a picture of something that was sent to me from one of my friends down in the US, and it was Thunderbolts box of 500. It was $79.99 US, which is
that's not good ammo. That's not.
I know
it's not very fantastic ammo,
but it's $80 a box US.
So if you're waiting for ammo prices to go down, they're not going to go down. You should buy enough for 6 months. After 6 months, it'll probably come back to normal. But from now until those 6 months are over, people in the U.S. are going to be buying all the ammo they have, and there's not going to be any coming up to Canada. And it's still going to be okay for like European stuff, like if you get like German or whatever,
you obviously have a lot of money then.
This Hartenberger surplus stuff. This isn't expensive stuff. Yeah, but buy some ammo. If you need some ammo, buy some ammo, because it's not going to get much cheaper for a while, and it might be an issue of availability very soon. Like Wolverine had primers for sale just recently here for I have it in New Gun Stuff. Well, I should just talk about it there.
Mike says he's going to be sticking to Ely and Lapua, the high-end Euro stuff.
I don't think there's going to be a rush on that stuff.
No, and the reason is because it's high-end. Although the people that, like to shoot cheap stuff, they might start branching into the more high-end because it's not available. My dogs are barking. Just hold on a sec.
All right, I'll get on to the next thing. New Gun Stuff is brought to you by Bolt Action Coffee. If you want some delicious coffee in small batches, check out boltaction.com, boltactioncoffee.com with discount code SLAMFIRE. Let's get on to New Gun Stuff. So the first one here that I have is Wolverine Supplies. They had some of their 5.56 WSMCRs. They're all out of them. They made some 7.62x39 versions. So if you're into 7.62x39, they have some for $1,500. And it's 7.62x39. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. That's kind of neat.
No,
They've also got Remington small pistol primers for $37.50 per 1,000, which is a phenomenal price. Small pistol primers are in short supply in the U.S. They're going to be a short supply here. You might as well get some cheap pistol primers while you can.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say that the pistol primers are all primers, all components. You're going to be...
Yeah. I'm sitting a pile. I got all the ammo and whatever I need, so I'm
sitting on
fine.
A pile.
But everyone else out there needs to look at what they got and see if they got a 6 month supply.
So do you think people are going to start buying, kind of like they're panic buying?
I don't know. I mean, the prices are expensive right now in Canada, so it's not like, I don't know. It's going to be over the winter too. This whole shortage situation, like we're heading into the winter right now.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of like action shooting and that kind of thing, anyways.
But we're talking, like, as you said, there's no ammo, there's no components.
Well, no, there is ammo. You can buy ammo in Canada. You won't be able to buy ammo soon.
Okay. Correct.
Or at least it'll be very expensive. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyways, think about it.
Okay.
Wonstalls also has 16.5 and 9-inch takedown Taxol 1022s, which if you're looking for a lightweight takedown, those are lightweight and very small. Very small. That 9-inch one, the barrel stops before the butt. I don't know if you've seen a takedown 1022 before, but I mean, I know you have, Kelly. I'm trying to just grab this for our listeners, but
never seen it.
The barrel doesn't connect and go to the back of the butt. It stops on that ledge in front, which is very small. And then this next one is kind of like a development. So I've talked a little bit about this PWS iRun Guns Nodak gun that they're working on. Yep. They just put up some pictures of the lower. There's a couple of interesting things on this. So for your audio listeners, I'll just describe this for you. It looks like an AR lower, but it's not. It's a 180 lower, and it's a specific NDS 18SC lower. So it's still based on the 180, but basically they take the 180, they put a couple AR things back onto it, and they shrunk it down in size because the 180 lower is a little bit larger than the AR-15 lower. There is an AR-15 bolt catch there rather than the AR-180 style, which is just made for a fixed charging handle. So that's encouraging because that means that you'd be able to use your bad levers, you'd be able to do the slap the side thing to drop the bolt. That's very encouraging. And then it's just a lot more compact. This is a much more compact layout than is on the AR-180s. So that's interesting. And of course, the rear is completely solid because you don't need a buffer tube or anything there. So these are just being made. They're just prototyping them right now in November. So these are probably another few months out at the least. The FRT is already approved for them, so should be good coming in. These are looking really good. We know the uppers are good because they're made by the same company doing the BRN 180s. Mm-hmm. So this is all looking very promising. Something else that's promising and kind of weird at the same time, Palmetto State Armory, or PSA, or I think they're called Poverty Pony. Yeah, I think they're called Poverty Pony as well for their ARs. Maybe I'm mistaken it was with another place. Anyways, they hinted that they may be starting to make M1 Garands.
What?
New production M1 Garands. It's a hint on a forum, but it's by PSA. So kind of interesting.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of surplus M1 Garands, surplus receivers, barrels, all that kind of stuff. So those are going to be hard to beat. But at the same time, new production, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. This next one, Western Metal, is they've just got a load of these Magneto Speed barrel coolers. So this is
tell me about this.
It's a fan. You put it in your chamber. It's got a little fan on there, and it blows air through your chamber and it out the muzzle of your barrel. Cools it off.
Okay.
The whole idea is you're at the range shooting, you got some hot rounds. Yeah, you got to cool it off. It's too hot. So you put this thing in there and it blows some air through it and it cools it off. And it's got a tiny little lithium in there, battery in there, and it cools it off.
Yeah. What does it do? What does it do, Adriel?
Or you could just piss on your barrel or dump snow on it or something. I don't know.
No, you don't want to do that.
Probably not. I don't know. The other people at the range might not appreciate it, but it's fast.
No. Yeah. It cools the barrel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is a very specific piece of kit You'd consider this if you're like very, very into precision rifle shooting and you needed to keep shooting, and it wouldn't be good enough to just swap over to your 22 or something.
Okay, so if you are into precision rifle shooting and you need to cool your barrel, okay. So in PRS, you're...
No, this wouldn't be for PRS where you're actually like running a match, because you're not going to do this in between. This is like you're shooting groups, or you're doing bench rest, or you're at the range and you're just like you're shooting for groups and you want to speed things up a bit on your testing.
That's true. That is true, especially if you're testing ammo. Okay, cool.
Or you could piss on it. All right,
you could.
This next one, Arms East just got a shipment of Geisley automatic lightning bow triggers in. These are for the Tavor and the X95. They're like an improved bow. And they've got some other trigger stuff for the Tavor and the X95. So if you're interested in improving those are out there. And then, these are like, so Maple Ridge caught up with their manufacturing. They caught up with the pre-orders, and now they have them in stock. They have the MRA Renegade receiver kits in stock and ready to purchase. So if you want to get one of these things, they're in stock, ready to go.
They have 10 left in stock. As you were talking, I was typing in furious.
They had 10 left yesterday. How do you read
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maple Ridge Renegade. Let's see if I can buy one. It says $7.99. That sounds like a pre-order. Can be back. We're 18 in stock. Yeah, they do have some in stock.
They have more than that then. Okay. Yeah, because Ryan's been posting that everywhere. So I wanted to throw it up on there too. So
I must be cranking them out. $7.99. For some reason, I thought these were like $1,000. $7.99 though. Hey.
No, I thought it was a little bit cheaper, and obviously it is.
I got a 12-inch barrel that would be hilarious on something like this.
Hilarious. Anderson Manufacturing is a poverty pony. Okay.
That's the poverty pony. Yeah. Anderson. Yeah. Sorry. I mistake. I just said that it was PSA, but it's not. Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of things from people we're commenting these as we go, by the way. Stephen Arsenal wants to know what you guys think of the Norenko Type 81. So you don't have one. I don't have one.
I reviewed one and shot one.
Yeah.
I had one for a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I've held one. I held the first one, the one that went for the FRT. But
I had the second one, maybe. And you can't prove I didn't.
Anyways, I didn't watch your review. What was your review of it?
It's the most AK rifle you can buy in Canada.
Ish. Yeah. It's okay.
Like I really like how easy it is to clean. The drum adjustment for the rear sight, love it. But it had like this little bar across, like it had like the sight underneath there and this little bar, and that was kind of weird, but it was still usable. You can cut that off if you wanted to, I guess. Some guys have been like putting AK furniture on them. Yeah, I saw that taking the Type 81 stuff off and putting the AK stuff on. It's really like, it's not a practical hunting rifle. It's not a practical gaming rifle, but it's a cool, like if you want something that looks kind of like an AK-47, it's about as close as you can get in Canada. Yeah. I mean, the other, like, one thing that's I think is cooler, maybe cooler for different reasons, is that Type 81 LMG. Because try to get a light machine gun style rifle in Canada, you can't. They're all like full auto conversions. You can't get them. Yeah. So the Type 81 LMG, I think, is really cool. I think the Type 81's cool. But they're cool rifles. They're not practical shooters. They don't really do anything that an SKS doesn't do. They're not more accurate than an SKS. They're not more reliable than an SKS. They're just cooler. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and Mike's saying Tactical Imports is getting optics mounts for the Type 81. Now that would be something that the SKS does not do well. The SKS is very difficult to get a scope on and not mangle the hell out of it and do something weird with it. Yeah, so that would be really cool. Cool.
Just to review this as well, Lou Godin was asking about X Metal. and manufacturing of ammo. They're getting out of that, is what I've heard or what I've seen. They're getting out of the ammo piece. They're going back
There's still
to
Western Munitions.
Yeah.
Western Munitions is still, I think they're out of Alberta.
Mm.
Mm.
Go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
At 8.
Where I'm at. I'm doing main topic. Hey, we don't have a main topic today. We were going to talk to someone, but we're all busy, so we didn't get anyone.
Well, yeah. Originally, the person that we had scheduled wasn't able to actually do it, and I don't know when he'll come on now. And then, yeah, so we've all been busy. So, because life's happening, right?
We'll be less if it was busy over the winter, right? Right? No,
yeah.
probably doing maple seed stuff over the winter, planning.
Yeah.
Planning for what?
You're
taking over the world.
Yeah.
That's
yo, Adriel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. Adriel, I need your home. Okay.
No, you're supposed to be. What are you planning this week? Same thing we plan every week. Taking over the world. There we go. Finally, we got it.
Okay, I'm the brain and you're Pinky. Because you're bald.
All right.
And I'm
feel very insulted, but okay. The brain's bald too. Come on. All right, let's get into listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, Cerakote, paint-a-coat, any kind of coat, wood coats, wool coats, and deer fur coats, as well as wood refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms accessories, optics, and more at dcgunsmith.ca. And he spells Armory weird, so just look for DC Gunsmith and you'll find it. Or maybe you'll find a gunsmith in Washington. No, there are no gunsmiths in Washington, D.C. That's like hardcore no gun land, right?
Yeah.
Gunsmith will still get you there.
They're blue through and through. By the way, did you notice that? So when you look at Democrats and Republicans, it's vice versa to Canadian. Like our red, right? Or our red is liberal and our blue is conservative, where it's down there. The conservatives, right? Anyways,
it's all backwards.
It's backwards. It's America, right?
Mail-in, vote counting, and all sorts of weirdness. It's a very entertaining an election. Yeah.
Okay.
Very entertaining. All sorts of twists and turns. It's like, is this the way it's going to end? No, is it going to be this way over here? Who knows?
Yeah.
I guess we know now.
If we talk about the election just a little bit, I didn't hear back from my friend, by the way.
Any Americans who wanted to come on and talk about how Biden's going to ban all their stuff?
Yeah, I think they're a little upset. Anyways, but so a lot of people are talking about the whole, Trump with court cases, etc., and challenges. By the way, if it was Biden be doing the same thing. So just saying.
I think so. When it's this close, I would imagine they both be suing each other.
Right. Yeah. It is so close, right? So the same thing would be happening. Anyways, but I thought it was hilarious. Stop the vote counting. Stop the vote counting. Like, this is an election. No, you don't stop counting votes, people. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought it was funny. That's all. Land of the free.
Well, at least they have a constitution and some Supreme Court people to defend their freedoms. Like, we don't have anything. If Justin wanted to, he could just turn around and ban some more stuff, and it's like, what's your recourse? None.
Well, hopefully we'll have the charter challenge.
Hopefully there's some meat to that thing. It's not just completely meaningless.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the emails. We've been doing the Facebook thing as we've been going along.
Yeah.
Kurt was mentioning that Western Munitions is in Red Deer. Perfect. From Travis, I know it's something we're all aware of, but seeing it in person sometimes puts it into perspective. Bass Pro in Phoenix, Arizona from last week when I was on layover. He's referring to a picture. Feel free to share. Shotgun shelf was slightly better, but not much. Avid listener and your Slamfire jet pilot. Travis, you're our other pilot. We have more than just one jet pilot.
You know what? But they need to rest. They're not allowed to fly, right? They have to have a 24-hour period between. So we have a few of them. I think so.
Oh, yes. You're talking
Right.
about our personal jet, but yes.
This is true. So we have Travis, we have Rick, Rick Woods.
Mhm.
He's also a
Mhm.
pilot, and then we also have Ian Jones as our pilot as well.
Yeah.
Personal
And I'm
pilots.
just sharing my screen just so you guys can see these empty shells.
There's nothing
There's
there.
some shotgun shells and stuff on the other side there, but it's pretty empty.
Yep.
Not looking very good.
No.
Kelly, do you want to take this next one from Ed?
It says, "Good day. I have a Remington 597 with a 3x9 30 by 36 32 scope. I can't talk. That came with yeah, it's one of those little kit deals. Anyways, I'm looking at updating to a better scope. What would you guys recommend? Bearing in mind I'm independently poor. Welcome to the club, Ed.
Night Force or an SMB? Minimum. No, I'm joking.
It's a 597. Yeah, no.
Night Force.
Yeah, no. I would recommend something like maybe a Vortex Crossfire 2. It's a rimfire scope.
Something like a 2 to 7, a 2 to 7 by 32.
Yeah.
I still like the 32 because it lets you mount the scope wherever you want.
Yep. Athlon.
2 to 7 is really doable. Athlon. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
there's some cheap Athlons. There's some expensive ones. There's some cheap ones too.
I was going to say he's independently poor. We're going to be recommending some bargain basement stuff here. Go to Cabela's. Go to get the Cabela's brand.
Is that like okay? But if you're going to upgrade from the factory one, like upgrade from the factory one.
No.
Like the rimfire, the caliber specific one from Cabela's is okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like, if you got like between 150 and 200.
Okay.
The Air Optics, the Bushnell one, or the Nikon rimfire one. Those ones are both all right.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you want something a little bit more bargain basement budget wise, then it will be a slight upgrade. You know, the Cabela's, because it's the same manufacturer as Vortex, right? Vortex, I recommend Vortex, and the reason is because of the warranty on it. That's all. If it breaks, right? If it breaks, you can get
some of the Cabela's scopes were Nikon. They'll never say, but we know.
Yeah. Anyways.
Or like I guess the other question is like, what's it for? Is it for ORPS or CRPS? Because if it's for ORPS or CRPS, you need turrets on it. You need tactical turrets. You need to be able to like crank it up and down. So our answers will change based on what you want to use it for. Do you want to hunt with it? Who cares? If you're gonna small game hunt with it, get like a 2 to 7, and it'll be fine.
Right. Well, he's got a 3 to 9 right now on it, so
that's probably what it came with, though.
No,
like
well,
3
it
to 9
is.
by 3 to 9 by 32 is an odd objective. Usually, a 3 to 9 is 40 millimeter for an objective. So that tells me like it's a rimfire specific, or I don't know, it's old or something like that. So
it was the one that came on it. So So I don't know.
Need to know what you want to use it for. That's a correct answer. Another question.
This is true. A lot of people actually ask for recommendations, right? I want a recommendation on a gun, or I want a recommendation on a scope. Like Ed here, by the way. Thanks for the email, Ed. But what we want to know is, what are you planning to use it with? Because there's different things. It's just like, you know, it's just like golf. We're going to talk golf, right? Use a different club for each thing. So you use a sandwich. If you got to use it, or use a putter, you're going to use, if you're putting. So a little bit more specific, and then we can really fine tune it for you.
Did I ever go through that gripes article that I wrote for Hunting Gear Guy? Did I ever do that on air? Oh, we should this is one of the things on it. It's people who recommend things without asking more questions about how you want to use it. I'm going to pull it up. 1 second.
Okay, pull it up.
Check this out. Yeah, that's just my common. This isn't really a common mistake. This is more like a gripes thing. But you want to talk about gripes?
Sure.
Yeah, common gripes. Okay, one thing I hate to see, and it's mostly because it's wasteful and people have to go turn around and buy new foam anyways. Buying a nice rifle case and then buying a nice case of some kind, and then picking foam for one rifle. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that so much. It's like a big, like 2-gun, 3-gun case kind of a thing. They've got one rifle right in the middle.
And they pick the foam right in the middle. Yes.
And they pick the foam for their magazines and they put them sideways. And they pick the foam for the bolts and they put it next to it. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to have an aneurysm. you could fit 3 guns in that thing. Why are you picking it for all that stuff? Mounting a rifle scope that's too high. Whoa.
See-through rings.
A see-through, or just like one I saw recently was I saw a BAR, so a BLR, so like a Browning lever action hunting rifle. It had rings on it. Do you know what was on top of the rings? A Trigicon with the Trigicon AR mount, which puts it like that. You could put that on like an AR and it would be the right height. On a BLR, why? It's like sky high. It was ridiculous. And you see those a lot. I mean, like part of it's understandable because a lot of new gun owners don't have like a lot of rings that they can test out with, and they just want to be sure that it's not going to bind up with anything. But at the same time, like you could take that to a Cabela's and be like, buy me the right set of rings for this, and they'll probably just do it right.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, I also see a lot of people bringing their stuff to Cabela's or someplace and having a scope mounted, and it's mounted totally wrong, or canted, or
at least their rings would be the right height. It could be mounted wrong, but at least the rings will be the right height.
That's true.
My handgun hits low and to the left.
Something wrong with my gun.
Again, just another gripe. Just like no, it's fine. Just like your gun's fine. Don't adjust if you just bought that handgun, it's brand new. There's nothing wrong with it. You need to work on your flinch.
And we've talked about that on the show. Yeah, this is like gold. This is stuff that we really need to talk about.
This one, you like this? You like this? This hit chart here? Yeah. So for our audio listeners, I'm showing a hit chart. Have you ever seen like a pie diagram where it's like in the middle it's okay, and this way it's healing, and that way it's palming, and this way it's you're slapping the trigger? It's like no, everything's flinching except for the middle. Magnum hunting rifles for close range. Like if you're in like, I don't know, some swampland or like bushland, you don't need a 300 Win Mag. You need a 308. And I mean that like they're both basically do the same thing. But what you get with the 308 is a shorter action, a lighter rifle, lighter recoil, cheaper ammo, a barrel that'll last longer. Just like there's no downsides to having a 308 versus a 300 Win Mag. The only place where a 300 Win Mag really shines if you can shoot elk or moose like really far. Then
we don't have that. You can do that where you are.
Oh yeah.
Right, but like my province, well, northern. No, not even northern.
I'd say most of Ontario, you're probably going to be making a close shot.
Yeah,
most of New Brunswick,
you're going to be close. Yeah, prairies. Yeah. You guys are good.
Lots of room. Yeah. But I mean, still, like prairies, if I shoot a deer, I could shoot that deer at long range with a regular cartridge. I don't need a 300 Win Mag to shoot at long range.
Yeah, but it's so much. Not for hunting. It's so much fun to actually just go and shoot one. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna like a 300 Win Mag as a long range cartridge, is kind of interesting. Yeah. Buying one gun that can do everything.
Oh, I love this. This is a picture of you. Everybody should actually watch this video. Hilarious. Adriel's AR with So talk
3-in-1 gun. You know that 3-in-1 oil? I got a 3-in-1 gun. It's got 3 guns attached to each other. I mean, that's the joke of it. But like, the moral there is like just people who are trying to get one gun that does too much.
Yeah.
And spending a lot on it. I think that some people will want a hunting rifle and a target rifle, and you can make those two work. But there are some attributes that make them diametrically opposed. Like a good hunting rifle is light. A good target rifle is heavy barrel. Those two things don't work well together.
Right.
A good 3-gun rifle shoots fast. Accuracy, if as long as it has it doesn't have to have lots of it. Hunting rifle still doesn't need to be that accurate. if you're hunting in Ontario or New Brunswick or something like that,
You're close enough.
2 MOA, 3 MOA, probably just fine. Probably doesn't matter. If you're going to be target shooting, like a 2 or a 3 MOA rifle is not going to do the trick.
No.
Yeah. So I think trying to compromise. Keep in mind, if you buy a used rifle, you can turn around and resell it, and it'll probably be fine. You probably won't lose any money on reselling a used rifle or pistol.
It's kind of like you have that Venn diagram. You can have 3 things, and none of them meet in the center, right? You can only pick 2. Kind of like they talk about guys or women. She can be pretty and she can cook and anyways.
Crazy's in there somewhere.
You can have a gun. It can be accurate. It can be cheap, and it can anyways.
Semi-autos, yeah, accurate, cheap. That's all. Yeah. That's all diametrically opposed. Yeah, and especially for handguns, right? You buy a used Glock, you shoot it for a couple of years, you could probably turn around and sell that thing for within $50. $50 of what you paid for it. It's super cheap to resell those kind of things and just own them. So,
yeah,
definitely, yeah. Buying the first thing that you see, impulse buys, you can get burned on these pretty bad. One of the most recent ones I saw was someone who bought, what was it? It was an Ithaca shotgun, and it was $700 when it should have been $350, and they had bought it at a pawn shop or something like that.
Really?
Oh, bad.
Shop around. Okay, my question.
Check online if you're in store and you're I really like this gun. Just take a look, make sure that the price is in the ballpark of what's reasonable.
I'm going to ask you about Gen 1s, Gen 2s, Gen 3s. Should you wait until the next generation? So let's say you do really like a gun, right? First gen out there. Should you buy it, or should you wait till 2 and 3 until they iron out all the bugs?
It might depend on who's making it. Well, I say that. The Glock 22 LR that just came out, there have been a lot of issues with those as well, that first gen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Anyways, look around. Don't look at the first review. The first review is going to be someone who really loves it and doesn't know their stuff. Look at a couple reviews. Read a review. Are they trying to sell you something? Take a look at this stuff and see if they have links on their review. Are they all Amazon links? Are they just making money off this?
The other
Did
thing,
they say anything negative? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to ask. So, there's 2 camps. You can have a camp for people who are not people who the manufacturers, and maybe they know what they're talking about or don't know what they're talking about. And then you have over here the manufacturers. Which should you be actually paying attention to?
Well, I want to take some stuff from the manufacturer. Manufacturer will know what they put into it, and they'll tout that their differentiator is very hard. So if you're looking at them, the first 2 or 3 features that they have are probably unique things that they think they've done a lot better than the competition. So I like to look at manufacturer's information for that, but I also like to balance it against what I'm trying to use it for, right? So if they're saying oh, this coating is so amazing and soft and blah, 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 and I don't care about the coating softness, why do I care, right? Or a concealability for a handgun. I don't really care for Canada, right? So
yeah,
it really depends there. Yeah.
Okay.
Bad storage. So when I say bad storage, a lot of new gun owners buy one of those hard cases for their rifle with foam inside, and they use that as their storage, which can be okay, but has a high risk to it of rusting the hell out of your firearm, especially if you bought a Remington or something like that. So I would say cheap storage. You can get cheap storage. You can go to Canadian Tire, get one of those stack-on 8-gun safes for $100 when they go on sale. That's good storage. Screw that into your wall. Yes, a thief can come by with a crowbar and rip that thing out, but at least your guns will stay out and they'll air out. They won't just sit inside that the open cell foam that's inside most gun cases and rust away. And you can put your handguns in there with no trigger lock on it because it's considered a safe. And you can put your rifles in there, and it just makes it a lot easier. Whereas with the case, it's easier to steal, and the rusting potential is very high.
Let's make a gun room like I did.
Or make a gun room. Yeah, that's a little bit extreme though. A little bit more than $100.
Give it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Crappy holsters. You've seen a lot of these?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah. Uncle Mike's. If it says Uncle Mike's on it, don't buy it.
Or if it's one of those like textile, like the fabric
floppy
fit all kind of style, where it's like, oh, you just have to adjust all these straps and then it'll fit. It's like, The fit all fabric ones, the fit all Safariland GLS.
I was just going to say
a gem and is infallible. I
it
chill
fits
the hell out of that thing.
So many different pistols and
it's secure.
Yeah.
Like if you get a fitted one that uses just friction to fit on, they're a little bit tough to really make work. But the GLSs, like, love them. There's some guns where like they'll flop a little bit in there, but it's still hanging on to that trigger guard. It's still not going to let it go.
Which one was flopping around on you and you lost your gun when you were running?
That was a Blade Tech Pro holster for my Glock. And I mean, like, to be fair to it, like, it had gotten loose, like the adjustments had gotten loose on it, but that's not something I have to worry about with my GLS. There are no adjustments on it. I don't know how to adjust it for it to be loose. I don't care. But on that gun, they had slowly started to walk, and I bumped my pistol on a car door, and it fell out, and I got DQ'd for that stage.
Oopsie doodle.
But since I got my GLS, guess how many times I've been DQ'd for a pistol dropping? Zero.
Mm-hmm. It is the one. It probably is the go-to one that we would tell everybody to go to if they were looking for one.
For 3-gun, yeah. For IPSC, it's still not. It's still not as fast as some.
No,
ones,
it's the duty holster basically, right? So it is a duty holster.
I don't know, because like someone could steal your gun off of you really easily with that for a duty holster. Like if a cop had one of those, someone else could come up behind and grab that pistol and it comes out.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's not a level 4, right?
No, it has like no positive locking. There's nothing that's hard to do for someone grabbing your pistol away.
No,
but it holds on to it.
Yes,
you can run around with that thing and it won't come out.
And in order for you to release it, you still have to actually use your thumb.
No, you're thinking of the ALS. The GLS uses your middle finger. And you basically grab at it and it just pops right out. It's so good because you don't have to think about it. There's no like, remember to press the button. It's like, no, just grab it. It's coming out.
You're right.
I don't know if I can say this on. I'll say it. Dipshits. Getting a device from dipshits. Maybe I was a little bit too like old man cranky, like get off my lawn for this part. But like the nice thing about firearms owners is that they will give advice to everyone, and they're really helpful in sharing with their information.
Yeah, they're very helpful. They want to give information, but a lot of times, like, I'm not going to give somebody information about what gun to buy for like a 3-gun match at all, because I don't shoot it and I don't know. But
Your advice would probably be a lot of the better advice than we've seen.
But I will give advice to people about 22s and competitive shooting and what they should be buying and how to set one up and different things like that, because I know what the hell I'm talking about, and it burns my ass. You said dipshits, I get to say burn my ass. Right?
Fair.
It burns my ass when people ask for the advice, then don't go and do it, and they buy something totally different that's inappropriate, and they're going, but I thought it'd work. No, it doesn't work. This is why I said this. Anyways, but I appreciate your asking. If anybody does want to know, send me an email.
Or ask on Facebook. Yeah.
Or ask on Facebook.
Yeah, yes. Like I think for people who are looking for advice, if you're a new shooter and you're looking for advice on a firearm, make sure you preface your asking for advice with extra information. What's your budget range? What do you want to use it for? What do you think you might use it for in the future? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking at the people who are answering you, not that you have to like look at their resume or anything like that, but like, who's answering you? Mm-hmm. Are they like, are they enthusiasts? Are they ROs in the sport that you're looking to get into? Do they match direct in some of those things? And like, not that any of those people have infallible knowledge, because they all do. They all make mistakes, and they all recommend things based on personal experience, which can be flawed. But they've also probably, like, especially for ROs, they've probably RO'd a lot. They've probably seen a lot of guns fail or not work, or seen a lot of like issues, which you see when you watch hundreds and thousands of rounds go down range. So when it comes to like 22 reliability, I would ask Kelly about guns that are reliable as 22s. Or Rick, or I'm starting to get there, but I'm still nowhere close to those guys are.
No, you are.
So I would ask one of those guys. For a 3-gun, I would look to someone who ROs a lot, because they probably have seen what happens, and they've probably seen like more than a couple guns go down, and enough to where it's like, oh, I saw one of this kind of gun go down, but that's all. The rest have been fine. So they're probably able to better balance out the whole experience, right?
So I think that people do a really, really good job when they write into us, because we have specific people on the show that are good in certain areas. And like people are asking about IPSC and they're looking to Trevor for his knowledge, or 3-gun Zhu, 22s for me or for Matt when he's on. And we still don't know everything about everything. So, or we don't know everything about everything. So it's always good to reach out to the people in the community, like that have specific, like, for example, if you know that people run matches, like let's say PRS in Canada, I would reach out to Ryan McLean, because he has that knowledge, or Ken Thiessen or somebody else, right? Find the people that are knowledgeable in that community. And if you have questions about who's knowledgeable, just put it out in the clouds and people will respond. Right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Is that a word? In the clouds?
In the clouds. Put it out
in the clouds,
in the universe, and the answer will come to you. That's the secret.
It's the cloud. Crowdsourcing.
It's the cloud secret. Yeah.
The cloud secret.
All right. Okay. We were doing listener feedback. I'll get next to Billy here.
Well, before we get there, Luke and Ann, we're easily distracted on here, by the way. Luke and Ann says a question for Adriel. He says he wants to shoot high velocity rounds like CCI Stingers out with his GSG 1911-22. Is that okay, or is that bad?
I don't think you're supposed to. I think it's just high velocity you're supposed to run out of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. Try it. I mean, like it's a difference in chamber, right? The Sporter 22 LR chamber will be fine. A match or tighter chamber will not. I don't know. It might be a little snappy for it. I don't know if there's any parts on there that would batter themselves to death if you ran like hot ammo in it. I don't know. I was just looking. I'm sure you've heard of the CCI velocitors.
Yeah.
I found. Oh, I gotta share this with you.
Okay.
Cabela's had some weird ammo that was like super hot stuff. 42 grain bullet, and it was 13 something for speed, which is like high for rimfire.
Was it?
Have you heard of that?
No.
No? Here it comes.
All right.
Winchester 42 Max. Now, it's not good for like long or like CRPS or anything like that, because it's got a hollow point. But 42 green bullet, 1320 FPS.
That's a little peppy.
It's a spicy little round. Yeah, usually like high velocity is like 1200 FPS.
Yeah.
That's a pretty spicy little round. Still not velocitor. So that's what, 1320? 1320. That's velocitor. Velocitor ammo is a 40 grain at 1435. A little bit faster.
Yep.
A little bit less weight, but faster. Anyways, yeah. I thought I'd share because I saw that and I'm like, never heard of that. Okay. Now can I get on to the next letter? Yeah, you can. We're way off. The show's supposed to go like this, and we've been going like we took a right turn like 3 kilometers ago. We've been driving for half an hour.
The GPS. We ended up being in the middle of a field in Alabama. All right.
This next one's from Billy. Hello all. First, I'd like to thank you for entertaining me during my work hours. I hope you find random left turns to be entertaining. I sometimes do long shifts, and I always learn more and more about the firearms world with you guys. And I find it hilarious when Trevor talks about Quebec. Haha. Not so long ago, I went grouse hunting with my 12 gauge, and two things happened to me. First, my wooden buttstock cracked right where I usually hold it with my right hand. Second, I lost my front sight, the bead, right after taking a shot and bagging another grouse. It must have loosened and fell off at some point after that. My question: I'd like to continue using my 870 for all my hunting, but I wish to replace it with some synthetic furniture. I wouldn't mind having a pistol grip, but I would just like your input on what make of furniture I should consider. I'm also wondering what I could replace my front sight with. I was thinking of putting a fiber optic sight on there, but I don't know what's good and what's not. Thank you. Cheers from Quebecistan. William, Billy, L.
Well, thanks for listening and not hanging up on us. After
I mean, for the stock set, I would just go with a regular non-pistol grip. Like the thing with a pistol grip is like I ran one of these for 3-gun. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be tactical. It's gonna be awesome. I got a pistol grip.
How was it?
Shotgun. It was terrible. It was, it was just not what a shotgun naturally wants to be. Yeah. It gets in the way for specifically for 3-gun. Rotating it, weekend loading. Weekend loading is like left-hand loading. The grip gets in the way. Yeah, and it doesn't help with anything like that natural bring it up and point kind of a thing.
Yeah, because he wants to use it. He wants to use it for grouse hunting.
Yeah, I would just use a regular synthetic furniture on there. Stock. Yeah, I wouldn't go with a pistol grip. But you do you. Do whatever you want to, right? I would just run a regular synthetic stock on there. In terms of the front sight, fiber optic, yeah. If you can find a fiber optic replacement for that, that's the way I would go. There's a couple different styles that you can get of those. You might need to talk to like a gunsmith or a gun parts place, Western Gun Parts, that kind of a thing, and they might have something that you can put on there. But I really like fiber optic on the front. And I would definitely, if I had to take my front bead off, I would definitely replace it with a fiber optic.
Yeah. It's easier. It's better. Go with the fiber optic.
Especially for a shotgun where you're point shooting and you're just like, you're pulling it up, you're looking for something and boom. And it has to be fast, especially grouse or pheasant or upland game or anything like that. So fiber optic is very clear, very bright. And as you're pulling up, it's easy to put that dot on target and pull a trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. I got easily distracted. We heard back from our friend down in the US. He says, "What time?" I think we're done.
yeah, we're almost done.
So maybe we'll get him on next week.
Yep. Brian was looking at M22 subsonic. Again, I've never heard of M22 subsonic. 45 grain, 22 LR. I'm just about finished that. That big 22 breakdown.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that.
I've been working on for too long. I'm done. But people keep throwing this 45 grain 22 LR subsonic. It's like, nope, can't add it at this point. I'm not going to add it. No.
Why not?
Maybe later.
You need to do a new one then.
Yeah. M22. I'm not even done this one. Let me finish. I gotta get this done. Luke was saying M22 every third shot a dud. LOL. I think it depends on the box. I've had some really good boxes of M22. Yeah. And I've had some really, like, some of my Winchester rimfire ammo has been awful. And some of my Federal Auto Match.
Blue Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, some of that stuff has been just terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I do not buy the M22 at all because every time I do, it's just like Luke saying, every third one is.
I had some really good, but mind you, this was 10-year-old M22. Maybe I think cycles change. I remember buying like a whole bunch of Challenger shotgun ammo, and it was all great. And I bought some more, and it was terrible. It was absolutely awful. So I think quality changes based on the manufacturer. Some of them keep really tight, and then sometimes they let it slip.
A little bit. Yeah.
Winchester lets their quality standards slip sometimes, and they let it slip bad. Hopefully that was a help, Billy. If you'd like to email the show and have us interrupt in the middle and go on a left turn for 30 minutes, send your email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. If you'd like to help support the show, there's a couple different options. You could go on Patreon, help us out directly there. You could click on one of our, so if we link to something to Amazon from our Facebook page, It's a tracked affiliate link. FYI, you pay the same amount, we get some kickback from Amazon.
Right.
If you want to buy something from Cabela's, go to our website, click on the little Cabela's link, go buy whatever you're buying. You pay the same price, we get a kickback from that too. Helps support the show. We buy webcams and put silly images with paid for Zoom software and whatnot, so you guys can enjoy it. Shout outs, Kelly.
How about you? I just want to say thank
shout
you
outs
for being the most consistent person ever.
For being great.
Oh God, it's like a love fest here. Yeah. You know what? If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a show.
Well, I gotta start the Zoom meeting and everything, so
yeah. You edit it
and post it.
And we just show up.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. For 3 Gun, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to be like, so what's going on, guys? We're doing some 3 Gun or something here? Oh, where do I find all this stuff? What am I doing here? I'm just gonna be a bystander.
Isn't that nice?
And an RO. Not really a bystander, I guess.
Oh.
But what I'll shoot a fun match, so that's awesome. There's a bunch. Actually, one of the cool things that's happening with 3 Gun, a bunch of new guys are coming.
Cool.
They're like, hey, I got all the guns. Can I come to this thing? I got an SKS though. And we're like, yeah, sounds good. Bring it. Let's do it.
Bring whatever you got.
Mm-hmm. Now you.
Now me? I said Shadow, it is you. Because you're awesome. And if it wasn't
copied me, but okay. Yeah.
I think we were talking over each other. It's what we do.
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Finally, check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. Join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.